Hi guys, welcome to Vêtements Info. Today we will be talking about 6 things I learned not shopping for the past year and a half. If you want to know what you could learn, or if you're thinking of starting your own path towards sustainability, then stick around and find out. The reason for why I did so was because I basically went on a sustainable urge. For me, sustainability is buying things that are just biodegradable. So for the past year and a half to 2 years, I didn't buy anything, but recently I started buying things again. And what you're seeing on camera is a new set that I recently got. This is a jacket and skirt set. Of course, I'm not wearing the skirt, but if you want to see a video where I talked about my recent sustainable haul breaking my 2-year sprint, then this is the video. I'll link it in the description and title card. If you want to check it out, it's on my channel. First thing I've learned is that you really get to work with what you have a lot more. You kind of have to appreciate what you have, and you can only wear what's in your closet, so you start to become limited with what you have. You learn how to style things, and you learn how much you actually wear an item, because similar kind of to a capsule wardrobe but on a larger scale, your entire closet, you start to find out what works, what doesn't work, and the only way to get to know whether or not an item works is if you wear it a lot and test it and try it and experiment with it for a long period of time. So you get to know the ins and outs of the item and whether or not you like the item even. The second thing I've learned is that you save a lot of money. When I didn't buy clothes for the past year and a half to 2 years, and up until recently, I saved so much money. And my recent haul, if you check out the video in the description and in the title card, that haul was worth over $1,000. And it seems like a lot for a haul for clothing, but if you think about it, what's the amount that you usually spend in a year anyways? And in that case, I feel like the haul was very informed, and I've been doing research on this for a project. The average American used to buy only about 12 or 24 articles of clothing in the 80s, and other fast fashion brands started picking up in the 2000s, and they started adding to this rise of cheap, fast clothing, which you could rip off from the runway and from other people who were wearing these amazing trends. They could rip it off really quickly and sell it to the consumers within a matter of months, weeks, or even days. I don't remember where it was, but I believe Kim Kardashian wore this dress only after a matter of a few days. Fashion Nova was able to replicate and put that dress on sale, which is insane. Because high street designers such as Schiaparelli, Cucinelli, Terry Mugler, Giambattista Valli, YSL, all of these high fashion designers take over a year in order to get that item that you see on the runways. Before all of that happens, they take time to design it, they take time to source their suppliers, take time to pick out the materials, they take time to manufacture, figure out distribution and marketing plans. It becomes the show that you see then. There's just so much involved with the things that you see for sale from high street fashion designers that in a way it makes it worth the high price tag. Of course, that doesn't necessarily mean that prices should be so high, but it definitely goes to show you, like, over many months, year, how long it takes to make that one single item compared to some fashion brands like Zara and H&M producing an item within only a matter of a few months. Reason number 3 is that I'm really being more mindful about what pieces I'm picking when I'm buying new items. Like in the video that I did this try on haul where I had this jacket as well as this Everlane cotton t-shirt where I mainly bought items that I had either been wanting for a super long time, and I'd been wanting these for like over a year or years, and or replacing items that I had in my closet already that weren't working for me, but replacing them with the same item in the same style or similar color. First in, first out. FIFO. Fee-fi-fo, fum. You should practice FIFO too. First in, first out. But seriously, you really get to know what you want when you have the time to slow down and think about what's actually working or not. Because for me, my camis that I purchased previously from a fast fashion retailer were not working for me. So I decided to buy better quality items such as 100% silk camis, which is naturally biodegradable, as well as them being better quality because the ones I had previously were not good quality and I tried to fix it and they got worse. So this time I had the chance to reflect on my choices from before and make a better decision this time. And same with this tweed jacket and skirt set. I bought it because I've been wanting a tweed set for over a year. My fourth reason is that with buying things sustainably and only buying in limited quantities, as little as I have been feeling a lot better about my purchases. When you buy things that are sustainable or biodegradable or thrifted, which is even better because you're already taking what's already existing and not creating new stuff, you're either one, buying clothing that is going to be put in a landfill or in a compost and it's going to eventually return back to the earth one day, or in the case of thrifted, you're buying an item that has already been created. Let's say even if it was poly, this is 100% poly, this jacket is, but I bought it thrifted, so that means that I just diverted it from the landfill, because if no one bought this from Goodwill or Depop or Poshmark, whatever your favorite thrifty site is, it's gonna go to the landfill, because eventually if no one buys it, what else is the seller going to do with it? They're either gonna donate it or sell it, and even if it's donated, the Salvation Army and Goodwill get so many pounds of clothing every year and every day that every day they have to toss out tons of clothing. So when you try to donate your clothes, it doesn't actually get sold to everyone. Not everyone buys your clothes. Sometimes it gets landfilled or sold to another country in Africa, a third world country. In those third world countries, people will try to resell your old clothing in the markets, and even then some of the items now are just so low quality that they just can't be sold, and so they get burned or landfilled even in those third world countries. So by buying thrifted or giving another person's clothes another chance. So just because you don't like it doesn't mean another person won't. One man's trash is another man's treasure. The fifth thing we can learn is that you really get to know the ins and outs of your clothing item. In that way, you're not following trends when you've gotten to be with your clothing for so long and only buying sustainable. Because when you're buying sustainable, usually you'll only find more classic styles and maybe you'll find a few trendy styles if you buy thrifted. For the most part, the key is long-term minimalism, because you don't want to be constantly cycling through trendy items. You want to find like a core base that works for you, and maybe you can have a few trendy items, but for the most part I think it's really important to have like a core base that you can throw on when you don't have any idea of what to wear. Like the classic jeans, t-shirt, and blazer combo is a very nice staple, and it's very timeless. Blazers have been around for centuries. They went from gentlemen's wear to women's wear, and even then throughout the last century it's gone through so many iterations, and it's always been on trend, just reinvented in different ways in micro trends. And right now the oversized blazer look is very popular. So just because something is classic doesn't mean it can't be trendy. When you're not buying for a while and you have a chance to reflect, you really get a chance to understand how you may not need those items from the trends very much. My sixth thing I've learned is that you're buying way too many clothes. Stop. I haven't done a capsule wardrobe yet, but I am thinking of doing a capsule wardrobe test and then creating a capsule wardrobe video, because I feel like I've been living in a capsule wardrobe since I've started tracking my own clothes. But what I'm saying is that, let's say you took 10 shirts by 10 pairs of pants and you made a grid. The top row is all the 10 options of shirts. The bottom column is just the 10 pairs of pants or skirts. You multiply 10 by 10, you'd get 100 outfits. And 100 outfits over the course of months, that is equal to 3 months plus 10 days if you were to wear a new outfit every single day. Not even outfit repeating. It's just crazy how many things you can get out from just that one little collection of items. And that would only be 20 items total, but many people have more than that. And the average person buys 68 new clothing items per year. Per year! If you were to do that on the same grid that I just mentioned, that would be 34 times 34. If we were to split half and half into bottoms and tops, that would be 1,156 outfits you could make. That means just from that 1 year alone, you've made enough outfits for 3 years. What I'm saying is that you're buying the amount of clothes in 1 year that could last you into the next year, but it's not going to, because you're gonna keep buying new clothing next year as well. So the cycle never ends, where you're never gonna run out of outfits, yet everyone always feels like they don't have anything to wear. You just can't think of things because you haven't marked it down, which is why I started tracking my own outfit. If you check out my Instagram, you'll see that in every single post I link a little description showing where in my Excel spreadsheet that outfit combination has been worn. And the link to that spreadsheet is in my bio of my Instagram. Check out my Instagram. It's free. It doesn't hurt. It's up in the corner up here, as well as in the description below. I hope you enjoyed listening to lessons that I've learned from not buying fast fashion. Fast fashion is really bad. If you would like me to talk more about it, leave me down in the comments down below, because I've completely switched to buying nothing but either thrifted or 100% biodegradable. Most of the time, like 99% of the time, that means that I just don't buy fast fashion anymore. With a few exceptions like that Shein cami top. Leave a like if you also love sustainability and you are thinking about incorporating sustainability into your life as well, because it's definitely a lifestyle. It's not something which you can buy one item that is 100% sustainable and stop there. It's a thing we have to constantly work towards, and I'm still working towards it myself. Leave a like if you thought this was helpful. And if you love couture, style, and analysis, aka CSA, as much as we do here, then go down and like and subscribe and turn on the bell to get your weekly CSA PSA Hot Off the Press Weekly. I'm your host, Mimi, and bye!